So I'm Ghazala.
I'm Mala.
Hi, I'm everybody. I'm Aisha.
All right. So this is our second episode, and we did introduce ourselves last time a little bit, but we want to tell you a little bit about ourselves, a little more about ourselves. So I have been in the field. I've lived in different countries, in different continents. Now I live in the United States. I've been here for more than 25 years. I'm originally from Pakistan. I have been in the field of education. It happened by default. I started a preschool when my kids were very small and with a friend. And then from there onwards, education became like almost like a path for me in my entire life. Um, so I've taught from kindergarten to college level students. I have been a teacher, administrator, a principal, a program manager. My forte has been developing curriculums, which I actually enjoy a lot doing that. I think it's a creative way of getting into people's minds and saying, how can I teach people better? Um, so I love all forms of art. Have done pottery, painted, just enjoy art all around me. Music, definitely. Me and Mala are a part of a group that does writing. We get together, we write short stories, and read it to each other and critique it, and it's a lot of fun. Um, and then, so done some children's books, which are being used as curriculum in Pakistan, and have retired. I've retired recently, about a year ago. I love retire. I love my retirement life. I thought I will miss work, but I don't miss work at all. It's just sleeping whenever you want, getting up whenever you want. It's the best life you can have. So I live in a timeless zone now. I keep telling everybody I'm in a timeless zone, and I
We hear
love
that
that
a lot.
timeless zone. Huh?
We hear that a lot. I'm in a
You
Yes.
time.
hear that a lot. I love my, 20, there's no time for me, no day, no time. Everything is all,
It
smooth and
flows.
wavy,
Yes.
wavy and waves and frequencies. I live with that. Also, I've done some script writing. I attended a film school and did some script writing courses, and I'm hoping that one day I will write. I am writing, but I hope something will come off it and it'll become a short movie, a TV serial. Who knows? Like it's going to go somewhere. So I'm going to wait and see where it goes. So that's me.
Yeah, we look forward to that. Watching
Yeah.
a short movie.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yes. A
So
little bit
Mala.
about me.
Mm.
I am a psychologist by profession. Um, been I've been working. I haven't retired like Azala, but I've been working now for more than 25 years, and I enjoy what I do. I am also a yoga teacher. I enjoy yoga. That's one of my passions. I enjoy teaching and I enjoy practicing, and I've been doing that for a long time now. Um, one of one of the commonalities between Ghazala and Aisha's mom, she's also yoga and meditation teacher, and it was such a treat to meet with her and talk to her always. I just like Ghazala, I've also written a couple of children's books, and as a psychologist, as a child psychologist, most of the books are about social emotional regulation for children and helping them with emotional development as they grow. So if you get a chance, do take a look at it. I also like Indian music, so I play the sitar. I love playing the sitar. I've been doing that for a long time. And I enjoy life as it comes and hopefully continue to do so. And I love collaborating with my friends here to do this podcast.
Um, I live in the Windy Cities. I live in Chicago. I've been here for 30 some years, and this has been home for me. And I also relate to home being in Pakistan, where my friends are. Some of my family is still there. I love going eating pan or bun kebab or paratha roll in the middle of the night and the stores are open. And that brings nostalgia to me, thinking about those memories. I also love art and I love writing. And sometimes in the middle of the night, 2:30 a.m. or 3 a.m., thoughts will start pouring in and I'll get up, procrastinate getting up, but then I do get up and write them. And it's really weird, but it is what it is. As a profession, I'm a real estate agent. And how I came about becoming a realtor is an interesting story that we will get into. Back in Pakistan, I was going to a accredited art school, and I thought I'll complete my degree and have, do art as a profession. In the middle of it, I decided I want to fall in love, and
You decided you wanted to fall in love,
no,
or it just happened?
it just happened, right? And you're young and you're vulnerable, and all of those things. Somebody brings you flowers and chocolates, and you're like, ooh, that's love.
This is it.
So I gave that up and did my MD and got a marriage degree in that. Don't ask me how that went after 30 years. I'm sitting here pouring my heart out to all of you. So I failed terribly in that, even though I tried really, really hard to keep it intact, but somehow it didn't work out. Um, but last time I talked about it, about a home that was never there, and I held on to it. And I talked about how I was looking for validation from the universe to give me a sign that the decision that at the core of my heart, I knew I was making the right decision, but I still needed a sign, right? Somebody to tell me, or the universe to tell me, hey, Aisha, you're not making a mistake. This is what you need to do. And for 30 years, I had kept that feeling within me, right? And, it would surface and I would suppress it, and then it'll come to the surface and I'll suppress it. So whoever's listening, please do not suppress your feelings. When you're on the right path, your soul knows, and when your path is not aligned in the right way, your soul is always restless. So please, please, please do listen to what your soul is telling you, because it is always right. So I came across a Welsh word, and we talked about it last time, and I'm going to touch base on that again this time. The Welsh word is called hiraeth, and this is what it means: an awareness of absence, longing for a home which is absent or lost, which was never yours. And when this word came, which was never yours, when I read that, and it just like hit home,
So
that
you have to tell me how it came. You haven't mentioned where you weren't looking for a word, right?
I was not looking for anything. I was just scrolling my phone in the middle of the night, couldn't sleep because I had made a decision after 30 plus years. And it's not easy, even though that this is the right decision, but still it's not easy. You're crumbling your dreams, your hopes, your desires, and something that
And
you
the
have
years you've invested, right?
decades
Yes.
and decades you've invested in a relationship, right? So there are emotions, there are feelings, and you're doubting yourself all the time. And I was just scrolling on my phone, and this Welsh word pops up, and it's like the universe was talking to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Hmm.
that brings to conclusion that what you seek is seeking you also. So the signs are always there, um, all the time in the universe. It's just that we choose not to see them. And this time I was open to listening and hearing and actually looking for a sign,
Mm-hmm.
and the sign comes along. And not that if that it would have come, I would have changed my mind. It's not that. It's just like makes you feel a little better, a little more confident in yourself. And that's how also my real estate story comes along. It's like 20 some years ago, I was financially struggling. And one day, a fleeting thought comes to my mind that I should become a real estate agent. None of my friends or anybody in my sphere was a realtor. I had no clue what real estate really meant. And I acted on that thought, and I got my license 20 some years ago, and randomly, maybe one home, two homes a year, I would sell. 10 years forward into having that license, a time comes in my life when everything is crumbling around me. The walls of my brick and mortar house were falling apart. And that real estate license that I had acquired just came in handy, and I went deep, full force into it. And thank you, thank you, thank you to the universe who sent me the sign. Whoever you believe in, God, Allah, Bhagwan, whatever universal power, the bigger power, you can believe in whatever you want. I just want to thank that amazing power to send me that thought. And I'm sitting here in front of you, very confident, very
So,
strong.
it's a strange how things at odd times, things that you don't know where they're going to lead you, but these are like the bridges that you cross, right? And that it's there, and either you cross it or you take charge and do something. And then hindsight, you're like, oh my God, this and this is connected,
It's
right? I didn't know that if I cross this bridge, this is where I'm going to reach. And all those, so it's amazing how if you really are truly grounded and are trying to and struggling and whatever might be happening in your life, but you're like trying to do the right thing,
Mm.
things just fall in place. I mean, this is hindsight. We have that experience because we are so much older. If you are young, you feel, okay, maybe I should do it, maybe I shouldn't do it. There's so many maybes, about, or sometimes you're so calculating every smallest move of your own because you are trying to think that if I do this, then this will happen. And if I do this, so sometimes you overthink that. And of course, sometimes people go about with no plan, and you're like, what's wrong with you? Where is your plan in life? Right?
And,
So it's not the easiest thing that you're following your intuition, right? Because
Right.
some people's intuitions are so off that they are like, are you not listening to yourself, or are you listening to others, or are you so confused that you can't hear yourself?
this did change the trajectory of my life, right? Because I fell back on something I had. And most of the times we are afraid of the unknown, right? The fear. And that's why sometimes we are not taking the decisions also. And no matter how much we might say financials are not important, but it plays a huge role in everybody's life. Like
Of
if you're
course.
financially strong and
Mhm.
stable, it makes a huge difference. It gives you strength, it gives you confidence. But coming back to what you're saying, we have to listen to the signs that being sent. And there, I'm sure within the three of us, so much signs must have come we might have ignored, and that could have changed the path of our lives.
Mhm.
Doing something with the right intent, I think. Like the
Yeah, I think
intention
that's
at the
important.
core, the intention at the core has to be right, right? You
Yeah.
can say words like, I'm so good, I'm so great, whatever, like I'm so humble, I'm doing this for the community or for the bigger good. But if at the core your intention is something else, then that thing will never align in your life. And even if it does, you'll never be satisfied.
Hmm. So, Mala, have you had any experience of
We-
what you seek is seeking you?
Yeah, no, I have never had an experience. I was just going to ask Aisha, what else could you have been other than a realtor? Did you ever not think that maybe your art could be your way of?
Right? So, like, your paths change. Like, I
Mhm.
decided to leave my college school and get married, right?
Yeah.
I and I could have chosen not to, and I might not have been sitting here with you. So
No, no,
I
no. What I'm asking is, you are an artist and you've done a lot of artwork, even after you got married and after you came to this country, etc. So, my question to you is, was that not something that you considered as a way of financial or earnings?
I did. I did. I made a lot of art. Did a lot of calligraphy. Um, it was a lot of hard work, lugging art, to exhibitions, and
Mhm.
I didn't make it.
Okay.
it, the effort I put into it wasn't enough to sustain me. I could have been. I'm not a Picasso, right? So,
No.
uh, uh,
Very few people are.
right. So,
Artists, a lot of artists like die,
so
with
to
no
live
money
like,
and
Obscurity,
like
yeah.
that's a passion,
Right.
and I think I'm okay, like I enjoy it, but
Mhm.
maybe it's not for the world, right? It's just for myself, and it's not bread and butter for me, right?
So it wasn't that. It wasn't bread and butter for you.
Apparently, I tried, and
Mm.
I tried really hard. I would sit all night and make, endless pieces of art, and take it to exhibitions and try and sell them, and they did get sold, but it's not something that I could have lived a
Lived
life
on.
on, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So we were saying what you seek is seeking you. And in this, there are two stories. I was seeking validation from the universe,
hmm,
and as a Welsh word, but also the fleeting thought that came to my mind. So
right.
sometimes things are seeking you to change the trajectory of your life.
Yeah.
It is up to you if you take action. If I wouldn't
yes.
have, taken that action of taking the exam, studying
Mm.
went to
But
classes,
yeah.
I my life could have been something different. I don't know, good or worse, but everybody, we do get like these bright ideas, and sometimes we act on it, and sometimes we don't. Um,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
possibilities, I feel, exist. If you can imagine a non-linear world where each possibility exists, Aisha could be an artist. Aisha could be an architect. Aisha is the best realtor in the world, right? All these possibilities exist. Aisha has had a perfect marriage, right? All these possibilities exist. It's like what you want to choose to believe in and tap into.
In my experience is that even if I'm thinking of something,
Hmm.
like especially if I'm thinking and I'm like, I have this bright idea, especially work wise, I would think it happened so often. And somebody would walk in and start saying something that I had a vague idea about, right?
Hmm.
And they're like, what? Like I was just thinking about this. Or I would open a book which I had seen like million times,
Hmm.
read it, and then you open it and that portion comes to you where you're like, whoa, this is exactly what I was thinking right now.
Hmm.
But
And
is it
yeah,
but is it possible, like if you're aware, like I'm aware,
yes.
and Baji, you're aware, and Mala, it's the same thing is happening, but
Hmm.
maybe you're not paying attention to that part of it? Is that's a
It's possible.
possibility,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. It's possible that I'm not connecting the two like you guys are
Yeah.
connecting.
We're
Right.
connecting, huh?
Yeah.
And like I've seen that people that have come into my lives and have changed my life for the most probably for the better have been the support for me. Almost all of them were strangers.
Hmm.
Like not almost, literally all of them were total strangers.
Yeah.
And they like just connected, somehow guided me, held my hand, said, this is what you should be doing. And I'm like, okay, if you say so. And yes, it's been very interesting, how that happens.
Share the story about how you did your master's a little bit, maybe.
Yeah, so I came to the United States, and of course, when I'm like, okay, I've been in teaching for so long, so let me go and see if I can get a teacher certification or something. So there was like this in a private college, university, they were having an open house. So I walk in and I go to the where they had the table for the teachers certificate, the master's degree and undergrad degree for teaching. And I walk up there, and there were two or three students who were and teachers who were explaining, different things and talking to people. They were busy talking to whoever else. And the dean of education walks in, and she just happened to be there. And she said, oh, I just come to say hello. And I just walk up to her and she said, can I help you? And literally, she was there for 5 minutes. I was there for 5 minutes. And I told her, I've been in teaching for that so long. This is what I've been writing. I have these children's books. I have this curriculum, the teacher's manual, this, whatever I explained. And she's like, okay, come to my office tomorrow. And I went to her office. The amount of problems I had because of my the university telling me you don't even have an undergrad, we're not accepting your English credits because it's from another country. And she was like, no, you are going to be with me. I'm going to make sure you do your master's. She
That's amazing.
she would call people, other deans, and like, no, she is with me, and I'm going to give her these 3 extra credits for doing this, and she's going to work with me. She made sure that I do it. So what chance was that? That for that 5 minutes, I walk up to their place and she's there. What is that chance?
Is
And
that
this is not the only time I've experienced that. Like, just I meet somebody and I say something, they say something, and then my whole life kind of changes for the better. For the better.
Is this coincidence or what is this?
I don't think so. I don't believe in and now I don't believe in coincidence at all. I think it's meant to be. It's just, had I not acted on it, maybe I would have said, no, I'm not coming tomorrow. I'll come another day. The moment she said, come to me, I trusted her 100%. I think that's another thing that you have to, you have to trust the right people.
Trust the right people.
You have to trust the right people. Is it
चला कोई
intuition?
कह रहा है
Is it
छलांग
gut?
लगा दो आपने
हाँ,
कहा
छलांग लगा दो, लगा दी। नहीं, ऐसा नहीं हुआ।
किसने कहा था कि
No, this is like the Carl Jung's concept of synchronicity, right? That
Yes.
something in the universe is synchronous and aligns well with you and your needs, wants, expectations, whatever you want to call them.
I think it's a matter of trust also. You know? I don't know whether it is or not.
Aligning with the universe, but it's also not only that. So you went and a lady came up to you, a stranger. She told you what to do. In my scenario, it was just a fleeting thought, like I said. But I acted on it also. So it's not only the universe is aligning with you in many ways, in many aspects, and many opportunities we might have missed, right?
Yeah.
Many opportunities, like, and these are things that have happened and we've acted on it. So unless you act on the alignment part, nothing is going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
Right. So you really have to act and trust yourself and believe in yourself.
Yeah. But I think it's all about, I need a teacher's degree so that I can work. So that idea was there. That goal was already there.
Yeah.
Like when I went up to the university, I already knew what I wanted. So I think also knowing what you want and then not worrying about the path, because once you know what you want, and the path will figure it. You can't say, oh, I know exactly what you can. I'm sure know the exact path also to that final goal. But a lot of times, if you know your final end purpose or goal, whatever that might be, I think the path opens up on its own.
Yeah, I have a difficult time believing that it'll open up by itself.
Believe it.
You have to believe. Okay, so I talked about
doubt cannot happen, right? Doubt will make it not happen.
Not happen. Okay.
No, it will not make it happen. You cannot say, I'm going to try it one time, and if it doesn't work, that's it.
Yeah, no.
As I was talking, when my home was crumbling and the real estate license came into place, financially I was at rock bottom, right? Literally rock bottom. Like maybe I had 1 month's reserves in my account to get me through the month, and I had young kids to take care of. But when you're talking about doubt, right? I had no doubt, zero doubt. Like even today, I have no doubt that I would not make it in this, and the universe will not provide for me.
Yeah.
And I am so grateful to this universe
Yeah.
that it has provided um, all, like, since that day to today. And I was literally telling my youngest daughter today, her name is Maham, um, that my clients literally pull me to show them homes. Aisha, please show us a home. I'm too tired, I'm too lazy. It's like they force me. Like, if those clients are like, every single client is like that. They literally pull me and, take me out of my comfort zone. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't want to do it, but the universe really pulls me. And where do these people come into my life? I have no idea, because I'm not on social media. I'm not on TikTok or Facebook, or I'm not marketing. I'm not networking. It's literally the universe I know is providing for me, and I'm not worried about
But
that.
actually, you cannot just say, okay, the universe is providing for me. Of course, it is. Obviously, it's providing for everybody. But it's also, you do your hard work,
I do.
you're honest, you give your clients, whoever they might be, their best, the best that you can give them, right, of yourself, right,
Mhm.
the best advice. So I think being hardworking and authentic and doing the, just doing right
Right thing.
by your whoever that might be, I think that is also the key to it,
Okay.
right?
I think more than hardworking, it's your intent behind everything, right? A lot
हार्ड
of
वर्क के बगैर नहीं हो सकता ना. You
हार्ड
cannot be.
सही है, मगर अगर बहुत से लोग हार्ड वर्क करते हैं मगर उनकी इंटेंशन सही नहीं होती है, राइट? सो दे
हो भी सकती है ना. We're doubting, like, well, we can't doubt everybody's intention. I mean, there are a lot of hard work people who have good intentions also,
राइट,
and things are not working for them,
एंड
Right.
सो देन व्हाट्स द
right? So, but I think the the thought has to be that at one point it will be okay,
So you're saying
right?
that
If you,
there has to be a hope. Are you saying
there is to be hope,
hope
right? There is to
is
be trust in yourself, and the trust in the bigger picture, that
bigger picture?
eventually things will. So actually thinking about, the whole thing about abundance, right, and the whole thought process about that, the universe is full of everything,
Yeah,
and there is unlimited stuff for you to gain from.
Mhm.
But you have to believe in that also. You cannot just have a doubtful mind and then expect abundance to come your way.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen that way.
no.
At least that's what I think.
Hmm. You have to believe and align with the abundance part of it, right? कि
You have to
it is
believe in.
enough. There is enough for everybody and
Mhm.
Yeah.
more and more.
It's
Yeah,
unlimited.
right.
Universe is unlimited, right? So if it's unlimited, then your opportunities are unlimited also.
Hmm. Hmm.
And if you can totally believe that,
You have to believe in it completely. You have to be that optimistic, hopeful person.
yeah.
You have a quote from Rumi.
Yes, that had to do with. So this is from Mawlana Jalaluddin Rumi, the 13th century Sufi, whose writings are translated. So I was, and this is the quote is, "What you seek is seeking you," from one of his writings. So I'm going to read that, and then I heard different explanations of that. So, out beyond ideas of wrongdoing and right doing, there is a field. I'll meet you there. When the soul lies down in that grass, the world is too full to talk about. What you seek is seeking you. So I was listening to different people's explanation of this quote, and several people have explained it as, what you seek is seeking you. Like, the universe is of course, um, right there, and you need to align with them, and it's about law of attraction. But
Mhm.
then there was some of them who translated it were saying that it really means that what you seek is within you, right?
Mhm.
And to me, that kind of resonated far more than the other explanation. And of course, it's a translation, so a lot it gets lost in translation. So
Mm.
if for me that meant more, that it is within you, and because it's within you, you tend to come across it. But
Mhm.
if you don't have it in you, then you will not come across that.
So, for our viewers who are listening, and I hope people are listening,
Mhm.
what does it mean? What you seek is seeking you, and vice versa. Also, things are seeking you. Also, what
हम कोई एक्सपर्ट तो किसी चीज के भी है ही नहीं, तो अपना एक्सपीरियंस बता रहे हैं, राइट?
Mm.
So I, so I don't know, Mala, what would that mean to you?
Well, I was thinking more in terms of, okay, let me keep a journal since you guys are talking about sometimes we don't make the connection. Sometimes things happen and we don't recognize it, and sometimes it comes in hindsight. So I was going to do sort of a manifestation journal to start with that, which means that a little manifestation that made, let's say, very small thing that I am going, just for my work purpose, I'm just going to get one phone call for a new person to, to contact me in a week, let's just say. So I'm seeking it out, right? That's how I see it, that I'm seeking out and somebody's seeking me out. So then the two
Right.
align and then maybe that will work out. So I'm going to, manifest it almost like it's already happened and see where it takes us in a few weeks. And I
Are
will.
you going to write it every day, or are you going to write in it, like look at it or write in it every day? Like how?
Yeah. So my process is that I will write in it every day what I'm what small thing that I'm trying to manifest into the world. And not too much, just a small, like the example I gave you, very small thing. And I want to see whether it comes, what fruit it brings. I want to see that in the next maybe 2 months, 3 months down the road, see what comes through that.
At the beginning of last year, 2023,
Hmm.
I had written a number down, a dollar amount of this is how much I want to earn
Mhm.
this year, right? On my Google Calendar. All right. It was a number way beyond my normal earnings of the past years. And I just thought, okay, this is the number I want to earn.
Your target number, huh?
The target number, right?
Hmm.
I put it January 1st on my calendar. Every single day, I would move it, not thinking much about it, right? Like January 1st to January. When the date changed, I would move it to the next. And every time I was not paying a lot of attention to it, the number was there.
Mhm.
I would do it till December 31st of 2023.
The same number,
Yeah, whatever
whatever the number
this
was.
is going to be my earnings this year.
Mhm.
And I wasn't even paying attention to how much work I was doing or how many clients I was getting, right?
Mhm.
But when the year ended, and at some point it was so automatic that I wasn't even paying attention to it, but the number was always there in front of my eyes, right? To almost to the dot, I
Mhm.
earned that number.
Amazing.
And it was way beyond what I had ever earned in my life, right?
Mhm.
I'm not saying this is something that everybody should be doing,
Mhm.
but from that, I learned whatever you're seeking, believe that you're going to get it.
Hmm.
Or whatever it is, like your career, your life partner, your whatever your goals are, right?
Mhm.
How you're going to get the goals is not a question that you need to ask the universe.
Mhm.
I'm
So
not
it's
saying that
easy to do hindsight, which is it,
this is all
right? It's
hindsight, right?
this is
Like,
all hindsight.
yeah,
When you are going through like real issues in your life,
yes,
real
very,
barriers,
very hard. It's
your mind is not there.
yeah.
Right.
you are not this, like we are these three optimistic people who are talking about all of this. Like if you go back and think about when things were bad,
Right.
I was
your
not
mind
this
was like, the
optimistic
sky
person.
is falling, there's nobody there to help me hold this, and I don't know how I can hold on to it anymore.
Right.
Right.
Mhm.
Right. And how do you come out of that part, that mindset where you're like, this is
Mhm.
so bad, things are there, things become so bad in your life,
I
right, where
was
you're
in,
like, I don't want to deal with this, or I it's something needs to change, and nothing is changing.
Mhm.
There's no, in your future you can't see
There's
it change, right?
no end in
What do
sight.
you do, Mala? You are the psychologist. What do you do at that time?
You pray.
Mala, you are the psychologist.
You pray to the universe, whether you pray.
Pray. You've done your prayer. You're like, okay,
Yeah.
nobody's listening. Who is there who is listening? Nobody's listening,
Yeah.
right? You've done your prayer part also.
That's a belief, right? The internal belief which says this too shall pass, or the internal belief that says I'm really working hard and small changes will start happening, and I start noticing that, and that makes slightly people more resilient to continue with whatever hardships they are suffering. It is
Yes.
also a mindset. I think a lot of it is a mindset.
I think for me, it has been the people around me.
Mm-hmm.
It's because you cannot make it on your own.
Your
Like,
own.
and you think you can, I mean, people do make, obviously everybody makes it on their own also. But
Yeah, people
in
do.
the end, like, कितनी आपके अंदर कितनी डैमेज होने वाली, कितना ट्रॉमा होने वाला है, कितना, how much breakage is going to happen within you,
Mm-hmm.
right? Which will happen, um, because you are going through some traumatic part of your life, and it's like, it's the people around you who end up being your support, who
Mm-hmm.
end up being there to make things okay at that, somehow. I don't know how, but somehow.
support system is very important, right?
Important.
Like
Support system is very
I
important.
feel so blessed that I have like an amazing family, right? कि कुछ भी हो रहा है, like they're there when you need them. I have amazing sisters and a brother who's almost like a sister.
Yeah, I know. A brother is like a
Right?
sister,
We
right?
can,
We can talk to him for hours.
and you can sit and gossip, and or you can, when you really need them, they are there without any judgment. And that's what I tell my children also, like, no matter what happens in life, we are there. We, not just me, but the khalas, the mamu, the nani, everybody is
The
the
cousins also.
cousins are there. We are humans. We'll all make mistakes, right? Whatever it is, it's okay. But for people there to be there for you without judgment, and
Mm-hmm.
just there to
Mm,
listen to
mm,
you,
mm.
and give sane advice when needed, and sometimes not even give advice and just be there. You just be
Mm.
silently there. होना भी enough है, right? कि आपको पता है कि आपकी फैमिली भी है, आपके अच्छे फ्रेंड्स भी हैं.
Friends bhi hai,
Friends are
like you're
important.
blessed with your friends.
Friends and family. Yeah, that's very
Yeah,
important.
yeah.
Mm,
Because this is life. There'll be good things and there'll be bad things, and we'll make mistakes, and everybody makes mistakes, and it's okay. That's your journey, right?
Mm-hmm.
mm,
But the best part is you make a mistake, you fall, you hurt yourself, and then you pull yourself up, you get up, and you move forward, take a step
mm.
forward, get up, you fall again, and that's okay also. And
गिरेंगे भाई.
कोई बात नहीं ना, थोड़ी बहुत ब्रूजेस ही होंगी ना, क्या हो गया. You'll become stronger.
You
That's okay.
become stronger. That's
You
true.
will become
It's
stronger.
old age में कोई हड्डी नहीं तोड़नी है.
हाँ, नहीं,
That much
गिरना नहीं.
knowledge.
Emotional falls की बात कर रही हूँ,
Emotional
physical
falls
falls
की
की
बात
बात,
हो रही है. Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Emotional falls.
right? Because
absolutely true.
it's the fear of the unknown for everybody. It was the fear of the unknown for me, even though I had and I have a supportive family and very good friends around me. It's still the known versus the unknown,
Mm,
right? It's
Yeah,
yeah.
mm.
yeah.
So Mala, thoughts on your journal? I'm very curious. I think that'll be very interesting. I would like to keep a, like, that's giving me an idea of keeping a journal. Um, Maybe I'm not sure if this meant for manifesting, or maybe it is. I don't know. Or just putting your random thoughts down.
There can be all kinds of journals, right? There's gratitude journals, there's just reflective journals, there's just stream of consciousness journal, there's
What is stream of
manifestation.
consciousness journal? What is stream of consciousness journal?
You just write whatever for 10 minutes in a day. You decide that I'm just going to write whatever thoughts are going through my mind. That's a stream of consciousness.
I
So,
like that.
I like that, huh?
I like that.
yeah,
But do you have to do it for 10 minutes, or you just, whenever the thought comes, you just
whenever
write it down?
when you can do that whenever you thought when it helps if you're doing it. You don't want to write for 5 hours in a day. You just want to be able to have a slice of that stream of consciousness which is going on.
And then what do you do with it? When you write it down and then do what?
Well, you can go back and read it in a few months or year if you like, or you can forget about it and say, I don't want to read it anymore. It's personal choice is what you want to do with all that which is
But
written.
uska agenda kya hai? Stream of consciousness ke journal ka, is there like an end agenda that you become conscious of what you think, how you're thinking?
The awareness of it all, because we are not usually aware. We are usually on autopilot.
Yeah.
And the stream of consciousness is a way of getting to know yourself better. What am I thinking?
I like that idea. Yeah.
I
And
like it. Huh?
I'm going to do that. Yeah.
great, that's a very good practice. So it will
And
be interesting to come back. I'm doing the manifestation journal, and you, if you guys going to do the stream of consciousness journal, to see how it feels.
I'll just keep a
Fuzul Gupshup journal also.
Also,
Fuzul Gupshup. I want to do the Fuzul Gupshup journal.
you do that, I'll do a thought journal. I'll keep a notebook near me.
Yeah,
And
Huh.
just random thoughts that
that pop
float
in.
to the surface as
Yeah.
about,
Huh.
and you dismiss those thoughts. I'm going to write words in it, a word journal.
Word
So
journal.
I think this is such a good conversation, Mala. I think we should maybe next time do a little more. I mean, you come and tell us all the different journals people can keep, and our audience, like people who are listening, also can
Keep.
start journals and
Yeah.
have their own like own goal for that journal, because everybody's goal could be very different. A purpose could be very different, and then as we go along, we kind of talk about how different journals, how they will help you know
Sure.
yourself better, right? That's the whole goal, is
That's
to
the goal.
get to know yourself better, because we have to be more reflective about ourselves.
Yeah.
Be reflective and try and be the best version, whatever that might be. Because I think, me and Baji have talked about it. And I'll just for the audience sake, I'll call Ghazala Baji. Um,
Okay.
I've talked with Baji a lot about this, about the masks that we wear and the masks that I think I've been wearing for decades. And I touched a little bit this morning with you. I think that when I was really in a dark place in my life, and things felt like they're not, there was no hope, right? Like now you're optimistic, and in hindsight, everything looks really, there was a purpose and reason for the things that you went through. But when you're going through it, it's really hard. It's really hard. You don't see anything. You just see black
You
or
don't see
gray.
the positive.
You
You
don't
can't.
see the positive. And at some point, to get through the daily routines and get through life without realizing you're putting on these masks. And I think that's a real conversation to have in another podcast. And I thought I have put on so many masks that to see my actual self in the mirror was really hard. So I lived my life averted without really looking at myself for decades. And now I can actually look at myself, but I was thinking, okay, I've gotten rid of those masks, but I haven't. they have somehow become a part of me. Like some good, some bad, but they're somehow ingrained in me, right? So I think this is a long conversation,
Yeah.
but I think we
Next. Yeah.
Also, this is also your way of surviving, right? One has to. We all are so, like, for survival. There's no one person, right? We have all these layers and layers of who we are, right? And then at different points in our life, we are kind of different because of the circumstances or what we are what we are facing and how we need to overcome that.
Let's next podcast
I have a
topic.
lot of thoughts
That's
on
the
this.
next
So yeah,
podcast
Next
topic.
podcast
Yeah,
topic.
definitely. So do we have a topic for our next podcast?
I think you mentioned abundance when we were talking about seeking something that is seeking us, that the
Mm.
universe provides abundance. And I think that's a very good topic to talk about. What do we mean by abundance?
I
Yeah.
agree. We can talk about abundance, but also for whoever is listening, as we were talking about what you seek is seeking you, be aware of the opportunities, the thoughts, the people that are around you, giving you messages, or whether with words or not, like just being there. Listen to those, and
Living in the moment is really important also, right? If you're living too much in the past or too much in the future,
don't live in the
you're
past.
missing out
Missing
on a
out.
lot of things, right?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. So,
All right.
all right. Are we ready to say goodbyes?
Yes,
I
I think
just
so.
have a few things to say, and this
Mm.
is a message for everyone, and I'm going to read it. Believe in yourself, recognize who you are, lead your life with your head held high, but not with ego. We are very insignificant in this multitude of endless galaxies. Your soul should always be in awe of endless wonders. Your soul should always be in awe of endless wonders. सर उठाकर जियो मगर सजदे में रहो. सर उठाकर जियो मगर
Yeah,
सजदे में.
yeah. Live in awe, There's so much out there.
There
Yes.
is so much out there. Yeah.
Yeah, we
There's
think
so
we
much
are
out.
everything, but we are nothing.
Yeah, it's so insignificant.
Yeah, we are
So,
very
yeah.
significant. So with that, I think we
All
should.
right. We shall say
Thank you, everyone,
Yes, thank you.
and abundance and unapologetically desi.
thank
We
you.
are.
We are saying goodbye.
Goodbye.
And we hope to
Take
see you for the next podcast. If you like it, please hit the button to subscribe and hopefully see you next time.
whatever Mala said.
Yeah.
Whatever Mala said. Yes. Bye.
Bye.